All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakha Kodash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of great Millstone I do it well. And salutations and blessings to you, Akim, that are pushing his word with truth, sincerity, and charity, and risk your lives to do so. And today I want to get into this quick lesson, and I'm going to entitle it, The Gods of These Nations Can't Help You. You know, because a lot of our people, they're stuck to these idols, still believing in JC, still believing in this Islam shit, and it's a lot more Jake hopping on that wave too, you know, that I noticed. A lot of these content creators, because Andrew Tate, you know, he's into that Islam, or I believe in Allah, and thinking that that's the power, and it's not. It's an idol. It can do nothing. It can help you with nothing. It cannot hear your prayers. It can't do anything. It can't even help itself. Okay. Because these idols, they have no life in them. They can't do anything. But as it says in Psalms 115, and I believe verse 4, that Yahweh Ba'ashem Al-Shai does whatever he wants, whatever he pleases. So these idols can't do that. So crying to these false gods is all vanity. It's pointless. And it's going to lead to your demise, man. And I'm going to start with this Baal and the Dragon. I was reading through this, and that's pretty much how this was inspired. And the other thing, you know, things I've been seeing like on social media, and you know, just you know, Jake in general. You talk to these Jakes, you know, they are, oh, thank you Jesus, and you know, so on and so forth, man. You know, niggas all into these other religions now, you know, but hey, we're here to tell you that that is not the way, and that is the way of destruction. So this is Baal and the Dragon. I'm gonna start at verse 1. It says, and King Astyages was gathered to his fathers, and King and Cyrus of Persia received his kingdom. All right, now this is during the time of the Persian Empire, when the Persians took over Babylon from the Medes. Okay, so this is around that time. It says verse 2, and Daniel conversed with the king and was honored above all his friends. And Daniel was always, you know, on point, and always at the top in the kingdom, because of how he carries himself with wisdom, serving Yahweh Ba'ashem Al-Shai. You know, and these other guys, you know, they are, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? They'll be like aligned with the king and things like that, but they're never put at the height that Daniel was put at. And that's all because he serves the Lord. It says verse 3, now the Babylonians had an idol called Baal, and there were spent upon him every day 12 great measures of fine flour, and 40 sheep, and 6 vessels of wine. And the king worshipped it, and went daily to adorn it. But Daniel worshipped his own power, which is Yahweh Ba'ashem Al-Shai. And the king said unto him, Why doest not thou worship Baal? Who answered and said, because I may not worship idols made with hands, but the living power, who hath created the heaven and the earth, and have sovereignty over all flesh. So we only worship Yahweh Ba'ashem Al-Shai, and that goes back to the law. Exodus 20 and verse 1. And Yahweh spake all these words, saying, I am Yahweh thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. And who has the Lord only done that for? The nation of Israel. That's Amos 3 and verse 1 through 2. Says, thou shalt have no other gods before me. So we serve no other gods. We bow before no other gods. And there are no other gods. It's only Yahweh Ba'ashem Al-Shai. So you're bowing to something else. You're doing it in vain, because it's not going to do anything for you. It can't help you. It can't save you. It can't deliver you from the hands of Yahweh Ba'ashem Al-Shai. That's Deuteronomy 32 and 39. If the Lord wants your head, want to put you to death, it's nothing you can do to escape that. You can't cry to another God and ask him to save you. No, he can't do nothing for you. The Lord is the only true God, Yahweh Ba'ashem Al-Shai. It says verse 4, thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. So we worship nothing besides Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay? You got a air gods, moon gods, sun god, thunder gods, fish gods, and all this other madness that our people worship, and these heathens create, but there are no gods. Because what? The heathen created them. And as a matter of fact, I want to get this Psalms 115. This is Psalms 115 and verse 1. Not unto us, O Yahweh, not unto us, but unto thy name give glory, with showing that the name of the Lord is powerful and is meaningful and it's very special and important. It says, for thy mercy and for thy truth's sake. Wherefore should the heathen say, where is now their God? Right? That's how all the heathen think. That's how all the heathen move. Hey, we can see our God. We can touch our God. Where is your God? But if you can see and touch your God, he really has no power. You created this thing. He has no power. It says, but our power is in the heavens. He have done whatsoever he have pleased. The Lord does whatever he wants to do. Behind the scenes, orchestrating everything. All the Lord tells us to do is hearken to his word. Do as he tells us to do. You don't need to see the Lord to know his power, man. You don't need to be able to touch him to know his power. He gonna show you that he real. And that's what these heathen don't have. They got an idol. Worshiping JC, you're worshiping an idol. Vanity. It's pointless. It's not gonna help you in the long run. It's only gonna lead to your demise. It says, their idols are silver and gold, the work of man's hands. The work of man's hands. Man created these gods, so-called. They have mouths, but they speak not. Eyes have they, but they see not. They have ears, but they hear not. Noses have they, but they smell not. They have hands, but they handle not. Feet have they, but they walk not. Neither speak they through their throat, so they're doing nothing. Then I help you. They can't bring you through nothing. They can't speak. They can't even speak out for themselves, man. Someone wants to throw them on the ground. It's nothing they can do about it, because it's a damn idol. And it's not. You're not gonna get struck down by lightning. You're not gonna just drop dead and have a heart attack. None of that shit's gonna happen, man. And when the Ark of the Covenant fell, and those two Jakes who weren't Levites ran over to pick it up, they died. The Lord said, no one can touch the Ark of the Covenant besides a Levite. And those men didn't follow order. They touched the Ark of the Covenant and they died. That don't happen with these idols, man, because they're not real. It says, they that make them are like unto them, so is everyone that trusted in them. You're vain, your vanity, and you're a fool. Trusting in it's like in the book of Isaiah, it goes into it. A man cutting down a tree, and then he cuts down the tree, creates an idol out of the wood that he has, worships it, and then the same tree that he cut down to make that wooden idol, the same tree, he takes wood to burn for his warmth and to build his house. Shouldn't that show you that this is nothing but a fucking piece of wood? People are so foolish, man, and deceived. Foolish and deceived, man. So you're liking right onto those idols, dead, vanity, and you're a fool. I'm gonna go back to this Bel and the Dragon. Let's see, Bel and the Dragon, verse 5. It says, who answered and said, because I may not worship idols made with hands, but the living power, who have created the heaven and the earth, and have sovereignty over all flesh. Yahweh Shema Shai is in control of all things at all times. There is no free will. This is all of Yahweh Shema Shai. Everything that happens, man's goings are of the Lord. Proverbs 20 and 24. It says, then said the king unto him, thinkest thou not that Baal is a living God? Says, see it thou not how much he eateth and drinketh every day. Which he's deceived by that. Then Daniel smiled and said, O king, be not deceived, for this is but clay within and brass without, and did never eat or drink anything. So Daniel was breaking it down to him, telling him that this is nothing but an idol. This is nothing but resources built up to look like a god. That's it. That's all, man. It's like me building a pillow, a pillow, making it look like a person. It's not a real person. It's a fucking pillow that looks like a person. And that's what an idol is. Something that's built up to look like a god, but it's nothing. Like that big ass JC statue in Rio. That shit is vanity, man. It's pointless. It's not a god. It's not gonna do anything. I think it gets struck by lightning all the time. Birds sitting on him, shitting on his head, man. But he a god. People fucking crazy. Everybody slanders the name of JC, but he a god. Put that shit in Family Guy. Make jokes about him. All this shit. Ain't nobody doing it with the name of the Lord, man. And then if they are, they're gonna get their paying for it. Look at Rap the News. It says, verse 8. Yeah, verse 8 it says, So the king was wroth, and called for his priests, and said unto them, If ye tell me not who this is that devoured these expenses, ye shall die. But if ye can clarify me that Baal devoured them, then Daniel shall die. For he hath spoken blasphemy against Baal. And Daniel said unto the king, Let it be according to thy word. Now the priests of Baal were 70, beside their wives and children. And the king went with Daniel into the temple of Baal. So Baal's priests said, Lo, we go out. But thou, O king, set on the meat, and make ready the wine, and shut the door fast, and seal it with thine own signet. So he put the food down before Baal, all right, and lock the door behind him to prove like, hey, no one is gonna go in here and this food is gonna be eaten up, right? But it says, and he put his own signet on there so no one can go in there, break through that door. It says, and tomorrow when thou comest in, if thou findest not that Baal hath eaten up all, we will suffer death, or else Daniel, that speaketh falsely against us. And they little regarded it, for under the table they had made a privy entrance, whereby they entered in continually and consumed those things. So showing you that this is no God, man. Baal is no God. None of those idols can do anything. They are nothing but idols. It's only Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Because what? They were sneaking in and they was eating the food that was laid before Baal. It was man that was doing this. Because those guys are not alive. They have no need to eat. They have no need to do anything. Like I said in the book of Wisdom of Solomon. Hey, we lived once. They never. We've been alive. We're alive. But these gods, they have never been alive. In fact, you're greater than that damn idol that you're worshiping. You fool. Especially to you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, because you are gods. You men. You are gods, man. And you're bowing down to something that is nothing but wood and stone. Jake is a fool. But it says, Wisdom of Solomon 15 and verse 15. For they counted all the idols of the heathen to be gods, which neither have the use of eyes to see, nor noses to draw breath, nor ears to hear, nor fingers of hands to handle. So how can this God eat if he ain't even got no fingers and hands to handle, to pick things up? They just stick in there. They just dare for show and tell. And as for his feet, they are slow to go, for man made them, and he that borrowed his own spirit fashioned them. But no man can make a God like unto himself. Make this idol and create this idol and make him get up, start walking and talking, demanding shit, killing people, helping people. Make this idol do this, man. You can't, because it's an idol. You can't create something to act and be like a human. It's impossible. It says, for being mortal, he worketh a dead thing with wicked hands. For he himself is better than the things which he worshipeth, whereas he lived once, but they never. So you're better than that idol that you're worshiping. People, you out of your mind if you're bound down to an idol, a damn rock, Mecca, praying to JC, sitting on the fucking wall, man, in your church, on your neck, holding a cross, you know, and you in a tornado, and you thinking that he's gonna come and save you. It's madness. And then if you are brought through that, hey, that's because the Lord wants you to be even deeper into that shit. Now you're gonna believe even harder in JC. Now you're gonna be sucked even deeper into believing the idol, which go definitely lead to your death, man. A lot of Jakes are just being sent here to just be destroyed. You know, was gonna be more Israelites that are gonna perish than those that are gonna be saved. But at the end of the day, an idol is doing nothing. If you're brought through something, the Lord did that. It was of Yahweh Shem Shai that happened. It says Daniel, I say not Daniel, it's a continuation of Daniel, but Baal and the dragon, let's see, verse 12, verse 14. It says, so when they were gone forth, the king sent meats before Baal. Now Daniel had commanded his servants to bring ashes, and those that screwed throughout all the temple in the presence of the king alone. Then went they out and shut the door and sealed it with the king's signet, and so departed. Right, so so Daniel had them put down ashes, so if someone was to walk on it, you would see their footprints. Now in the night came the priests with their wives and children, as they were wont to do, and did eat and drink up all. Right. It says, in the morning betime, the king arose, and Daniel with him. So they got up early in the morning. And the king said, Daniel, are the seals whole? And he said, yea, O king, they be whole. And as soon as he had opened the door, the king looked upon the table and cried with a loud voice, great art thou, O Baal, and with thee is no deceit at all. Then Daniel laughed and hailed the king that he should not go in, and said, behold now the pavement, and mark well those footsteps, and mark well whose footsteps are these. Right, so it was like a joke, man, to Daniel. He laughed at that, saying that this idol has eaten. And that's why Daniel used wisdom to show that the idol didn't just consume this food, man. No, it was the people that did it. It was man that did it, and it was his servants. It says, and the king said, I see the footsteps of men, women, and children. And then the king was angry, and took the priests with their wives and children, who showed him the privy door, where they came in and consumed such things as were upon the table. Therefore the king slew them, and delivered Baal into Daniel's power, and destroyed him in his temple. So Baal and his temple was destroyed because he is an idol. Okay, you can't stop that. Only the true living power, Yahweh Shema Shai, can actually live and do things and prevent things. So I'm gonna keep going. It says, verse 23. In that same place there was a great dragon, which they of Babylon worship. And the king said unto Daniel, wilt thou also say that this is a brass. Lo, he live it, right? So now this is actually something that's living. Okay? It says, he eat it and drink it. Thou canst not say that he is no living God, therefore worship him. Then said Daniel unto the king, I will worship Yahweh my power, for he is the living God. He is the living God, man. Only Yahweh Shema Shai. This is Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See, now that even I am he, and there is no God with me. There's no gods besides Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, it's only the Godhead of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, the angelic forces up under that, man. So it's only the Lord, it's no one else. It says, I kill and I make alive, I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. No one can deliver you out of the hands of the Lord. If the Lord wants to do something to you, it's going to happen to you. Whether he wants to save you or destroy you. It says, for I lift up my hand to heaven and say, I live forever. And that's Yahweh Shema Shai. Living forever, man. Never dying. Never can be hurt. All right. One of the titles for Yahweh is the Ancient of Days. He has been here since before time was even established, the sun and the moon. So the Lord is all powerful, man. He can't die. He's omnipotent. But let's see if this living God is omnipotent. It says, Baal and the dragon, verse 25. Then said Daniel unto the king, I will worship Yahweh my power, for he is the living God. But give me answer, O king, and I will slay this dragon without sword or staff. The king said, I give thee leave. Then Daniel took pitch and fat and hair and seated them together and made lumps thereof. This he put in the dragon's mouth, and so the dragon burst in sunder. And Daniel said, Lo, these are the gods ye worship. Salakia. When they of Babylon heard that, they took great indignation and conspired against the king, saying, the king is become a Jew. so they thinking that the king, Cyrus is becoming a Jew, man, because he's seeing that that what these gods are is nothing but idols, and he's saying that the true living power that Daniel worships and serves is the true living power, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. There is no other. Same conclusion that Nebuchadnezzar came to, and all the other gods and all the other kings that Daniel interacted with, because it was shown right before their eyes, man. But you can't become a Jew, all right? Hey, you just, he's just convinced. But at the end of the day, he's still a heathen. And he's still going to be treated as a heathen, even though he's the king. It says, and he hath destroyed Baal, and have slain the dragon, and put the priest to death. It says, so they came to the king and said, deliver us Daniel, or else we will destroy thee in thine house. Now when the king saw that they pressed him sore, they being constrained, he delivered Daniel unto them, who cast him into the lion's den, where he was 6 days. Now this is the second time that Daniel has been cast into the lion's den, because it happened to him the first time in Daniel the 6th chapter, when they were pretty much they almost the same thing. They conspired against Daniel and to throw him into the lion's den, because he wouldn't bow down to Darius, because he wouldn't serve anyone else, bow before anyone else. And that's what it always comes to with these heathen. They want you to worship their gods and follow their ways, or else. No, man. We still gonna serve Yahweh Shema Shai, and y'all gonna lose at the end of the day. At the end of the day, you heathen are always gonna lose. Why do you imagine a vain thing? Why do you think that your God is all powerful? Why do you think you're gonna beat Yahweh Shema Shai? Why do you think that your devices and imaginations is actually hidden from the Lord? The Lord knows. He says he take it. Let me see, man. Lord take it the crafty. Let's see. And I think it's in the book of Job, yeah. Let me go there right quick. This is Job, chapter 5 and verse 13. It says, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong. So, and the Lord already knows what you heathen are going to do before you even do it, because he's all powerful, man. As goings of the Lord, he orchestrates and does all things. This has been recorded and set in stone before anything was ever created. He already knows what you're going to do, and you're all going to fail at the end of the day. All of your devices are all going to fail, man. So, hey, and this is going to go into it. It's going to show you. This is Bel and the Dragon, verse 31. Who cast him into the lion's den, where he was 6 days. And in the den there were 7 lions, and they had given them every day 2 carcasses and 2 sheep, which then were not given to them, to the intent they might devour Daniel. So in their mind, as soon as we throw Daniel in here, he's going to be eaten alive by these lions. He's going to be jumped on and consumed. But none of that happened, man. All he had to do was stay faithful and stay patient, and Yahweh Shema Shai was going to come through for him, as he's going to do. And you know, that should have fucked their head up automatically, man, seeing that Daniel was just sitting there, you know, nothing happened to him. None of the lions attacking Daniel. Like, that is amazing, man. But that's all through Yahweh Shema Shai. It says, now there was a jury, a prophet called Habakkuk. Now this is the prophet Habakkuk, who had made pottage and had broken bread in a bowl, and was going into the field for to bring it to the reapers. But the angel of Yahweh said unto Habakkuk, go, carry the dinner that thou hast into Babylon unto Daniel, who is in the lion's den. So an angel pulled up on him, man. Angel pulled up on him, and this is what he's going to do. And Habakkuk said, Lord, I never saw Babylon, neither do I know where is the den. Then the angel of Yahweh took him by the crown, and bare him by the hair of his head, and through the vehemency of his spirit set him in Babylon over the den. So the chariot of Yahweh Shema Shai took Habakkuk from where he was at, and then shot him over to Babylon to drop him off to the lion's den, so that he can get a food to Daniel. It says, and Habakkuk cried, saying, O Daniel, Daniel, take the dinner which Yahweh have sent thee. And at the end of the day, as long as you serve Yahweh Shema Shai, he's always going to come through for you, man. He's always going to protect you. He's always going to make sure that you eat. He said that my servants shall eat. So the servants of Yahweh Shema Shai are going to eat through all afflictions and any and everything that's going to be set in our path. And he's going to eat in the midst of hungry lions. It says, and Daniel said, thou hast remembered me, O Yahweh, neither hast thou forsaken them that seek thee and love thee. So the Lord is never going to forsake you if you seek him and you love him. Keep his commandments, and you're calling out to him. You're following his every will, man. That's what the Lord wants. And he's going to always come through for you. Hey, unlike these false gods. They can't help. They're not going to come through for these heathen. It says, so Daniel arose and did eat, and the angel of Yahweh set Habakkuk in his own place again immediately. So he took him right back, man. Showing the power of Yahweh Shema Shai. It says, unto the 7th day, the king went to bewail Daniel, and when he came to the den, he looked in, and behold, Daniel was sitting. So the king thought, like, damn, hey, Daniel was done. He's dead, man. There's no way they survived this. So he's coming in to mourn for Daniel. It says, then cried the king with a loud voice, saying, great art Yahweh of Daniel, all right, the power of Daniel, and there is none other beside thee. So he come to that conclusion, like there's no other God besides Yahweh Shema Shai. Going up into they said that he is becoming a Jew. They thinking like, damn, man, this dude's becoming a Jew. But no, you're just convinced that this is the true living power. There is no other. Baal couldn't do it. Baal couldn't eat his own food. The dragon couldn't even stop himself from dying. So it's only Yahweh Hashem Al Shai. No one is doing it to the Lord. It says that our power dwelleth in the heavens, and he does whatsoever he pleases. You ain't touching the Lord, man. It says, verse 42, and he drew him out and cast those that were the cause of his destruction into the den, and they were devoured in a moment before his face. So Baal, the dragon, couldn't save them. None of their other gods could have saved them, man. But they perished. Because there's only one true living power, and that is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So, hey, man, I pray this lesson was edifying. I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rachak Wadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do it well. And salutations and blessings to you, Akim, that are pushing this word with truth, sincerity, and charity. Shalom, Wa, Abba, Ball.